Welcome to Drop the Puck. We're here at Planet Ice Widnes for this matchup in the regular league season between Widnes Wild and Whitley Warriors. This is the first regular season game. Of course, last week we featured a friendly game. And also, Widnes played last night, didn't they, in a cup game?
They did. So obviously this is the opening Moralee game for the Widnes Wild. And, you know, they've got it in the home barn, but they're facing some formidable opponents. Whitley Warriors, one of the teams in the Moralee that are always up there challenging for that 1, 2 or 3 spot. Hard-nosed players, they know how to play hockey. This is going to be a hell of a fight for them, I tell you now.
Yeah, Whitley have got a vast experience. We've got some players we've known from a long time ago, from Drop the Puck, Sean Kippen, we'll give him a little plug.
Dean Holland as well.
Yeah, that's so.
And the netminder as well, quite interestingly, Dean Bowater, formerly of Hull Jets.
Well, we know Dean well, but of course, with all that experience, Ben, and of course these were the last champions for the Moralee. That's a baptism of fire for the Wild to come in at this level for their first game of regular season.
It is, but you know the Wild have been preparing for this. I mean, we spoke briefly then. The Wild faced the Blackburn Hawks last night in the NIHL Midlands Moralee Cup. Okay, so in that group they've got the Hawks, the Scimitars, and the Barons. All they'll face this season as well. Hawks ran out 5-4 winners, close game from all accounts. But, you know, just looking at that game very quickly, there is quite a few names here that are quite recognisable to Drop the Puck fans. Matt Wainwright, Aaron Davis, Reese Kearney-Witter, Michael Novak, Lee Pollard, all on the score sheet.
All those names.
All on the score sheet last night for Blackburn. Obviously, the big noting point for us as Drop the Puck fans was Vlad Volkanov's finally popped his cherry last night for Widnes. 2 goals, 1 assist, that's great for him. But the goals are spread around as well. Britain got some goals last night as well. Stubley managed to get in there. Robinson, quite interesting though, Robinson, Hagger and Beach, all on the assist column, not on the goal scoring column. So that's quite interesting to take away. But let's not face, you know, let's not take it away. When you're playing cup games, it's a different atmosphere to when you play in the league. Now Whitley will be coming down with a passion and with a standing point. They're going to set the benchmark for the Moralee for Widnes.
Well, this is their first game, isn't it? So
exactly. And I think Widnes are going to find it hard to rise to this because, you know, not only are you stepping up in that league, but you're stepping up to the champions. What a baptism of fire, to take your words.
Well, Widnes in their home barn, we expect the fans to be right behind them, but of course Whitley have a great travelling fan crew, so we're expecting a lot of noise in here today. It's going to be lively, a lot of action. Of course, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, so we're going to have a guest commentator with us of Adam Mackman. He'll be on comms with Ben today. So without further ado, I think it's time to go down to the ice. It's time to drop the puck.
Yeah, Planet Ice Widnes for the Widnes Wild versus the Whitley Warriors. I'm Ben Lee of BASN's Drop the Puck, and I'm joined on commentary today by Adam Mackman of Warriors Radio. Adam, it's been a while since these two teams have met each other.
It has. It's been a number of years. I think the last time they met was a relegation promotion decider, which went in Whitley's favour. But that's the only meeting between these two sides previously. But it's been a long layoff, and I'm assuming both teams will be raring to go.
Certainly, and I can say for the Wild aspect, there's been a certainly change of faces, that influx of the Hull players. In fact, looking down the roster earlier today, I managed to pick out there are a fair contingent of Hull players in some aspect, whether they be ex-Hull Jets or Hull Pirates. There's a smothering of other teams in there as well. The Aces, you know, a couple of Sheffield players, some ex-Hawks, and then obviously that core of original Wild players as well. But Whitley, pretty much unchanged.
In many ways, yes. I think their D is a lot stronger this year. Steve Chalmers coming in is a huge coup, a huge signing for the club. As well as Adam Wood, who can play back there. He's a very tall defenseman who comes in from Streatham, who of course were champions of the South just before lockdown.
And of course, you touch on champions there. Whitley, previous champions of the Moralee. So what a baptism of fire, as McGarry and myself said in the intro. I'm certainly looking forward to this one. I'm already putting the Barnstormer stamp on this one, Adam.
Yes, I can't wait. Obviously, it's I think Widnes might have a slight edge early on. They played last night against Blackburn in the Cup, so they might be a little bit sharper in that opening 20 minutes. You just don't know, of course, as the game goes on, a tired leg's going to come in later on.
So having a quick look at the netminders now, and immediately it looks like it's going to be Turnbull starting between the pipes for Whitley. Up the other end, well, no surprise there, to be honest. It's Harrison Walker. He's starting in between the pipes for Widnes, and he's had a good game. He was on form last night. In fact, he faced 55 shots last night from the Hawks offensive unit. Only 5 of them went in, so it was a 90% save average. Really good.
Yeah, against his old club as well, of course. Spent a couple of seasons with the Blackburn Hawks.
Very much so. Mr. Williams drops in immediately. We're underway. And it's Whitley who put the authority on early and gained possession. Kemp just seeing off Holland there, and he's run round the board. So it's going to be picked up very quickly there by number 28 Chalmers. Back through the middle now we go with Edgar. Edgar looks to cut inside. Back into the corners. He's forced over there by the Wild defensive unit. Fairlong takes possession. Takes over the halfway out in front of the Whitley bench. Oh, what a goal! Well, we were not expecting that. Kieran Fairlong. Let's look at that again on the replay. Gains it just inside the blue line, flicks it, and he's caught Mark Turnbull standing.
Yeah, Turnbull was cold there, was not expecting the shot coming in from that range and from from a wide position. But what a shot. I mean, he just hit it sweetly there, didn't he?
So 30 seconds have gone. It's Widnes Wild 1, Whitley Warriors 0. Well, all I can say is not even I was ready for that.
No, I think it caught everyone off there. Mark Turnbull certainly wasn't expecting the shot. He didn't move. Clearly he couldn't have seen it. But what a start by the home side.
Certainly, and that's certainly going to put the pressure on Whitley now to come out of this gate. It does. I think you're all right, Adam. Wild have come out like they finished in that third period last night.
Yeah, it just shows what that can do just for sharpness. Whitley haven't played in 18 months. Widnes has got that little bit more.
As Whitley gain the zone into the corner now, chased down by Ross. Dumps it around for Kippin. He's looking for a man out in front in the form of Wood. But he's seen off. Oh, there's potential call there. The cries from the Whitley players, but Mr. Williams lets play go on off the half boards. And already the pace of this game, a lot more than we're used to here on Drop the Puck, as we'd normally cover the Laidler and obviously the Moralee. How much, Adam, would you say is a step up from between Laidler and Moralee?
I'd say it was massive. I mean, if you've seen the clubs recently who have been promoted, traditionally they've struggled. As you'll be aware, when D-side came up, it was a very tough baptism for them. But this Widnes side, I mean, it's like an all-star side, isn't it, really? They've got, as you said before, that core group of players from Hull, who, of course, were champions the year before.
Exactly, and the talent is just laid before us now. It's a smorgasbord of exceptional hockey, I must say.
It really is, and it's great for the fans as well to see this level of side really in Widnes. It's going to be a good side for them. I don't think, I've said before that teams traditionally struggle when they come up. I don't think Widnes will struggle. I think they've got a nucleus of good players. And
it looks like one of the Whitley players has gone down there. I think that's Craig Johnson. So Johnson just took a bit of a fall. Hopefully he'll be okay. He appears to be slowly getting up, is it?
He's landed awkwardly, isn't he? He's just taking a bit of a time to get up, but he seems to be okay. Maybe just winded slightly, but coming off under his own steam. And
we'll get confirmation on who that was shortly.
Yeah, I think it's Adam Finlayson, actually. Number 31.
Yeah, it looks it.
Yes,
Adam
Finlayson, yeah.
Well, he makes his way back to the bench. That's under his own steam, as you said there, quite rightly, Adam. That's great to see. But play must go on. So face off, left-hand side of Walker. Immediately dumped into the corner by Whitley, who looks to ring that round. Comes off the official, kept in at the point, early shot in there. That came in from Chalmers again. Into the corner, trying to play that puck around now, Whitley. And it's number 86, Fairlong, for the Wild. Is pressuring Holland. Holland comes out with the puck, looks to go round, looks for the wraparound. And great post-to-post there from Walker, denies him. Widnes able to clear that finally as Beach chases that down. Well, we're going to get ourselves an icing call with 17:25 remaining in this first period.
Yeah, that was Whitley's first real meaningful attack. Good work by Dean Holland, as he said, trying to go for that attempted wraparound. Smart play by the Warriors captain, but great save by Harrison Walker, who got the pads down low, saw it coming really, and made a smart stop.
Well, we're on the dot left-hand side of Walker, and another draw win for Whitley. As immediately Kippin looks to put the pressure on, trying to look for a man out in front, but Wild doing well to clear the crease, and puck's played all the way down now to the Whitley zone. Whitley looking to break out quickly. Hager couldn't quite get the stick down in front of Kip, and he's let it run. Picked up once more by Stubley, works that puck round. Nice little backhand from Charnock, but it's intercepted on the blue by Whitley again. And Wild looking a little bit at the 6s and 7s, just trying to clear the puck out the zone under immense forecheck pressure here from Whitley. Again, still tied in their own zone. Clock ticking away on the boards now, and the officials are going to blow that one dead.
Yeah, just a frozen puck there. It's a bit of respite for both sides. It was a long shift for both teams as well, so gives the opportunity for both sides to make the changes. Good to see Adam Finlayson back out there as well, so it couldn't have been too bad of a blow that he received just before there.
Face off in the Wild zone is going to be right of Walker, and immediately that one's blown dead, so we're going to go again. 16:39 remaining in the first period. As we get ready. And great draw in there for Whitley, and early shot in from Johnson, top of the slot on the blue. Whitley do well to keep possession in the zone. Worked around once more by Queenan. Picked up behind the net by Finlayson. Cleared out as far as the point by Volkanovs, who actually got on the score sheet last night. I know we called it a few times in the previous drop the puck game. He tried to beat Winters and was unable to. And that's a call here, a slashing call. And that looks like it's going to be assessed to Charnock. Well, first penalty of the match is going to be assessed to a Widnes Wild player. And with the momentum that Whitley are building, that puts the Wild in a dangerous situation.
It really does, Ben. Yeah, a great opportunity for the Warriors to see if they can make this man advantage count. Obviously missing Robert Farmer for this evening's game, so he'll be a miss, but I'm sure Lobby has been working them hard in the drills during practice, and they'll be raring to go on this power play. Dean Holland just coming out the circle there. Looks like it's going to be Adam Wood to take the face-off for the Warriors, but it's a tool-looking unit, this, for the Warriors.
Volkanov's on the dot for the Wild, and surprisingly, or not, and the way the game's gone so far, it's gone Whitley's way as they start to rotate the puck around, looking for the opportunity. Shot comes in from the near side point from Holland, and a great save there through traffic by Walker.
Yeah, Dean Holland just had the time there to wind their shot up from out on the left wing, but Harrison Walker got his full body behind it. It was a smart stop, really, a routine stop, but I'm sure Dean will be happy just to have tested the goalie there.
Again, straight back underway, another face-off win for Whitley as Holland tries to pinch in from the point, and Widnes finally clear it out. 1:34 remains on the power play, currently 15:35 in the period. And Whitley behind the net looks to set and go again with their man down the left wing, that's Greetons. So Harry Harley now behind his own net, takes his time, looks forward, finds Greetons at his blue, skates over the halfway, looks to go inside, forced back to the outside by Hager, decides to dump it around. It's going to be picked up on the other side by Wood, apology. Beach doing well to get the poke check in there, created a bit of space between Wood and the puck, but Whitley straight back in control. Chalmers takes a shot off the legs of Hager down this left wing, back at the left point. Another shot comes in from Chalmers, and you can see Kippin is poaching on that near post there, looking for the redirectors. 38 seconds shows on the power play clock. Another shot in, top of the slot from Chalmers. Walker's down. Well, it's firing all cylinders currently from Whitley at the moment, as Chalmers is just taking all the time in the world to pick his shots and put it in the danger zone. So far, Wild doing well to keep that paint clear though. And Whitley again, top of the slot, decides to give that off his Edgar. Edgar gets it back again, back to Chalmers, rotates through, another shot right down the slot. Plenty of vision there for Walker inside the final 5 seconds of the power play opportunity now. Can they make something of this, Whitley? 3-2-1, back to full strength. Well, I know Dean Holland will be a little bit disappointed there, Adam. They didn't make anything of that advantage.
They didn't, no. Chalmers had a few attempts from distance, but he really wrapped his stick around them, got the power on them, but it's very difficult to score from that far out, of course, and that's ultimately was the tail of the tape. But some great sort of defensive work there by Widnes, who frustrated the Warriors and even had a couple of attempts to really carry the puck out as well and ease that pressure on themselves.
Immediately, Wild have gained repossession. Centre ice is skating it forward. And that's going to be Stubley, but there's a call. And that's going to be an offside call there as the Wild looked like they were going to get some momentum building. 13:26 remaining in this first period. Still Widnes Wild 1, Whitley Warriors 0.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for Widnes there, as you say, just killing that penalty as well, get a bit of momentum back for themselves, but a tough offside call on them.
Well, Warriors maintaining that dominance on the dot. And it's gone back to Briley. And we've got another call again.
I think it was icing on the Warriors this occasion.
So we're going to go back up to the Warriors zone. And it looks like we're going to set up to the left-hand side of Turnbull. Face off. Once more by the Warriors as they play that round here. Rings that all the way around. It's going to be Tom Briley again who gets onto that. It's another icing call. Well, 13:06 shows, and would you say it's a little bit of panic at the moment? They're just trying to clear the puck, Adam.
Yeah, I think so. I think that these last couple of shifts have been a little bit scrappy at the end of that power play, but they give up that goal early on. Whitley are trying to get back into it, but Widnes are doing well here, just trying to, counter that by killing the puck a little bit, and it is frustrating Whitley because they can't get it out of the zone right now.
Face off right-hand side of Turnbull, won by the Warriors, but intercepted immediately by Wild. Warriors regain possession and they're on the break down the right wing. Looking to cut in, takes the shot early into Walker, and that was Kyle Ross. Well, there seems to be some afters there. It looks like Wyatt.
Yeah, it looked a little bit silly that by Kyle Ross because, he put the puck straight into Harrison Walker's breadbasket, but seemed to carry on and finished off with a silly little push into the defender there. Didn't really seem necessary, but maybe a bit of frustration that he didn't get his shot away how he would have liked.
Wild win the face-off, but Warriors intercept that immediately. And that's going to be Jordan Barnes. But he's giving it away. Grittens all the way back down to his own end now. Sits behind Turnbull's net. Looks up ice. Looks for that pass. Manages to find that long stretch pass. Couldn't reel it in. Oh! Good effort. And there's the second bite of the cherry. Well, it was Barnes. Was the intention for the pass. He reeled it in. Had a shot. Walker denied him. And now Widnes desperately trying to clear the puck and managed to do so with Volkanovs. Here comes Volkanovs down that far side wing and takes a shot. Oh, and he's running to Turnbull as he's brought down. The official's going to blow that play dead. But Volkanovs, you'd expect a little bit more from Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah, he's got some pace on him as a lad. Turns Johnson inside out there a couple of times, but a great break and almost a second goal for the Wild here. And it's an impressive performance from them so far.
Well, this still the first period of the Moralee debut game for the Widnes Wild, and so far, I'd say I don't think it's quite gone to script.
It really hasn't. I'm assuming the vast following that the Warriors have brought with them. They were expecting a fast start from them, and they've got a lot of possession high up the ice, but they've not really had too many efforts.
As the puck is currently in the Widnes zone, shot from the point there from McDonald, and Hagger's managed to clear it away for the Wild. He's going to get his skates on as he chases down Chalmers, who just uses his skill to pick the boards and play that puck right the way back down to the Wild zone with 11:30 remaining in this first period. Just quickly touch on there, Adam, you mentioned the following that the Warriors have brought, the Road Warriors if you will. It's a packed house here at Planet Ice Widnes tonight. I haven't seen it this full since the playoffs.
No, that's right. There was some tweets going out earlier saying that it was a sellout, that if you didn't have a ticket already pre-booked, then don't travel, because it's I think a lot of frustration. The fans just wanted to see the first game they could in 18 months, and it's reflected really on the the numbers that have travelled here.
Certainly, and they're definitely getting their value for money today as Kippin looks for a man out in front now for Whitley. Back into the corner, deep in the Wild zone, takes a shot in from the point in. It's a redirect, and what a goal for Whitley there. And that's going to be number 22, Adam Wood.
Yeah, it's he got his stick around this one from distance, not too dissimilar from Widnes' opening goal. It was from a similar distance, but had a bit of time on the puck there and just picked his spot. Like you say, he took a deflection on the way through, but you could see what he was aiming for then. And it's one of them, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. And it's worked out for Adam Wood, who gets his first goal in a Warriors jersey.
So Widnes 1, Warriors 1. Harry Harley with the initial shot, the redirect coming in from Wood, and straight back down into the Wild zone. With the puck go the Warriors, but they've turned it over in centre ice. Stubley, Britton puts it down that left wing for Widnes. Finlayson finds space in the middle there to number 4, and that's Craig Johnson. And little body out in front of the benches there, but Stubley is just going to aid that all the way around from behind his own net, back to the point. Warriors trying to maintain possession in the Wild zone as Watson's in there. We've got Finlayson in there digging away. There's also Wyatt for the Wild. Stubley back into the opposite corner, and the Wild finally clear that zone, but only make it to halfway. Oh, little mistake there, and that's going to be a tripping penalty assessed there to Hajek. And Jakub Hajek, you could see he made contact with the puck, but just caught up the man's skates.
Yeah, he had a couple of nibbles at him there, didn't he? And it's Matty MacDonald who's actually making his senior Warriors debut this evening, who's had a very successful career throughout the Whitley junior system. But yeah, he tried to get away, tried to stay on his feet there, Matty, but in the end, I think it was just one bite too many. He lost his foot in, and I don't think there can be too many complaints about that penalty call.
So Warriors go back on the power play with 9:44 remaining in this first period. Can they use the momentum of that goal to get them going as they take a shot there just outside the face-off to the left-hand side of Walker? It's gone straight into the chest, and he's wrapped that one up.
Yeah, Whitley will get a second chance then to start, just a few seconds burnt off that penalty clock. But again, the same power play unit as the last time.
Whitley again taking command here as they look. It was Kippin skating in for the rebound off the boards behind Walker's net. And Walker just denies Sean Kippin once more.
Yeah, he's clever player, Sean Kippin. A lot of experience. For many BASN viewers, I'm sure they'll be familiar with his time at the D-side Dragons. Big fan favourite.
Again, Whitley dominant from that face-off circle. Managed to grab that as Edgar ties up with Volkanovs on the far side, out in front of the, well, just inside of the zone, I should say, in front of the Wild bench. But Edgar's got it back top of the slot, lets it go. And you can see the way for an opportunity, and there it is! Sean Kippin from Dean Holland. And what a power play that was, Adam.
Yeah, he was in the high slot there. It comes out wide. Dean Holland sets it up nicely, and it was a one-timer there from Sean Kippin. I think you'd have to say Harrison Walker was screened there by his own defenseman. Didn't really see too much of it, but a smart finish by Sean Kippin, and the Warriors now lead.
Yep, so it's Widnes Wild 1, Whitley Warriors 2. Face-off gets action back underway as Robinson goes in with Queenan, and he managed to come out with the puck for the Wild, and Kemp just a little bit of to and fro with Finlayson there, but once again Whitley straight into that corner and start working that puck round well as Barnes ties up on the boards on the far side. Haggett gets inside his man, looks to try and push out the zone. It's on the line, the ref says it stayed in, and between Johnson and Haggett, there you go, Wild have managed to clear it out. Picked up by Greetons, chased behind his own net by Beach. Hager looks to get the forecheck on, try and establish early, but he's managed to skate down this left wing now. Greetons looking for a man, goes round the back of the net, dumped it into the corner, and now Whitley starts setting up that cycle, and well, what a play there as we go back up the other way with Beach. Decides to take a shot, Turnbull, plenty of vision on that, just sees it go wide and high over the posts. But Whitley straight back on the counter. It's a bit of a 3-on-3 situation. Into the corner with Holland. Behind the Wild net now. Out to the point, takes the shot in, and well, you could see that it was wide there. Just established. In fact, really apologies for the Wild, just established in front of Walker to aid him. Chalmers now picks that up in his own blue. Takes it down the near side. Dumps it in. Brealey's going to get there for the Wild and gets a body on for his troubles, though. And it's come out with number 13, Kyle Ross, for the Whitley Warriors. Takes a shot, looking for the redirect again. Out in front is Watson. Watson trying to establish himself in that paint, and great plays. He just hooked that back in once more, but it's cleared away by the Wild. Harley back in his own end. Takes his time, decides to use his D-man. Oh, and it's turned over. And that's Charnock. But Charnock dispossessed again. And you can see that stretch pass there. Crucial stick in the way there by Tom Jackson. Stopped Kipping on the breakaway.
Yeah, Sean Kipping was looking to be in there. He sort of almost hesitated there as it took the deflection. He was reading it though. He was expecting it to still come into his zone, but he just had to check that stride so that he wasn't caught offside. And of course, by then it just evaded his reach. But it was a lovely attempted pass though.
So the icing call takes us back up the Widnes zone. 6:58 remaining in this first period. Still Wild 1, Whitley 2. Face-off will be left, or right-hand side of Walker, I should say. Won by the Wild as they try and clear that away with Volkanovs. He's turned into the cul-de-sac, back round, decides to use his defenseman. Charnock, just in front of his own bench, plays it off. Back into the opposite side now. And Jackson was trying to aid that forward, but Whitley managed to clear it. Wild turn it back, quick line change by the Wild as Hadjek ties up in the middle, and that looks like it's going to be a hooking call. The official's got his arm up there, Mr. Williams. And yeah, there you go. So Jakub Hadjek again caught nibbling on Holland, that looked like.
Yeah, he seemed to have his stick quite high up on Dean Holland's body there, just restricted his movement forward, and the referee was very quick to spot that and had his arm up, played obviously the advantage because Warriors still had possession of the puck at that point. But again, no complaints. He's called it to the letter of the law there, in my opinion. But of course, the offending player's probably always got a different view of that. But yeah, I don't think there's any complaints from the Warriors. But again, gives them another opportunity to go on the power play. They see it third time already, and
the one for what? Well, the 1-for-1. This is it. Can they make something? This one. 6:26 in the first period, and Wild win that face-off. Try and clear it out, but great play there by Egger, keeps the play alive. He's managed to find Harley in the opposite block. Ooh, well, I say opposite point it was. Swing and a miss there by a Wild player, and they do finally get a stick on that, clear it all the way up to Turnbull. And it's fair to say now that the Warriors have got the Wild riled.
They really have, yeah. This is they're looking confident now. Whitley, as Dean Holland fires one in from distance.
Off the blocker there of Walker. Still in play though, and it's come all the way down to Chalmers. Beach is the high man for Widnes as Britton's this side, nearest the commentary position. Held at the blue by Hagger from the Wild to Chalmers. Calmly takes it down. This left-hand side into the corner. And again, Whitley start that cycle of the puck that they do so well. Chalmers tries to get it through Beach, comes off Beach's stick. Jackson's there as well, trying to turn it out. Chalmers again keeps that play alive. Another shot in Walker. There's the rebound out onto the stick of Barnes. And that's 3-1.
Yeah, lovely play again. Chalmers up along the boards, fired it in on goal. The rebound comes out nicely to Jordan Barnes, who's in the low slot, and just drilled it home for a 3-1 Warriors lead.
So it's Widnes Wild 1, Whitley Warriors 3. And there was some talking going on there from the netminder after the goal there. Harrison Walker didn't look happy. They were speaking to Mr. Williams, Jackson as well, before this face-off has approached Mr. Williams. I think they're calling for goaltender interference.
Yeah, possibly. He might have been a little bit annoyed that Jordan Barnes had so much time to put that shot away. Maybe he wanted a little bit more support from his D-men, but yeah, it could be either or, really.
Face-off gets us back underway, and Whitley not surprisingly, jump straight on the loose puck and take it down into the Wild zone. Behind the net now is Wetherell. Lays that back off for his teammate into the corner. And Wild do well to try and clear that out as we're inside the final 5 minutes of this first period. Into the corner once more, body on from number 21, Ryder. And they're fighting away in this corner for the puck now, and it's starting to get physical. Kemp's in there now. And they've managed to turn it out and clear the zone on the halfway, but put straight back in, and Ord does well. Still in possession, he's turned it back into the slot, but it's picked up by Volkanovs of the Wild. And there's a hit on Charnock there. Well, it's certainly getting the Widnes Wild fans riled. I don't know about the bench.
Yeah, maybe they were expecting a clipping call there, perhaps, but I think it's one of them where it could have called either, really. It's either clipping or an excellently executed hip check, but either way, Greetans has got away with that one.
And you can see now Widnes desperately trying to apply that forecheck, trying to put the pressure on Whitley early and cause the turnovers. But Whitley just calmly moving that puck around. Again, put onto the net of Walker, sticks it down, and it's now played out by Widnes down this near side wing. Wyatt turns it over. McDonald, plenty of time, uses his D, creates a space, puts a massive pass all the way through no man's land and picked up by the Wild in their own zone, cleared out once more. Down this left-hand side, McDonald, pressured by Hayjack. Hayjack, twice the offender now, found himself in the box. And he'll certainly want to make that a different story, I can tell you. 3:18 remaining on this first period as Briley decides to play it off in front of the officials' bench. And it's come all the way back down for him in the opposite corner now. Tom Briley of the Wild looks to play that puck forward for Beach. Turned straight back in though by Whitley as Kibbin was skating in on the low slot there. But they've managed to clear it of the Wild, and well, Beach just manages to slam the brakes on as Chalmers goes crashing into the board. And no sooner have the Wild taken it all the way up to the Whitley zone, it's back down in the Wild zone with 2:40 now remaining in this first period.
Yeah, lovely bit of play there by Carl Ross, who just went forehand to backhand there. Lovely little move, but couldn't get his shot away really. But Warriors look in control really right now.
Played out by Turnbull all the way around the boards and picked up by Egger in the middle. Wood takes his time, decides to have a little shot into the glove of Walker and out again. Robertson for the Wild now on the ice. Hager has managed to find Beach, and well, it's intercepted immediately by Harley in the middle. Robinson gets a stick on it, only gets it to the Whitley blue, and there's going to be a call there, and that's offside on Dean Holland. There's a bit of a cheer there from the Wild fans on the call with 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, after what was a tough start for Whitley, they've really grown into this period, and I think they'll be going into the break much the happier. Widnes really just need to calm down a little bit and don't give away too many more penalties, because it's cost them twice now.
Volkanov's in a leg race there with Johnson, and he's brought down, but there's nothing called from the officials as Holland picks that puck up in centre ice, finds Watson out in front of the Wild bench, dumped back in this side for Greetons. Greetons takes his time, plays it back round, trying to find Watson on the far side. Wild finally get possession, turn back up ice and clear the halfway line. It's dumped in there by Kieran Fairlong, picked up in the corner though by Grimshaw. Grimshaw turns it over, and it's a little to and fro behind the Whitley net, and Whitley managed to clear that down, and it's a 2-on-1 situation. Warriors, well, it was textbook, Adam, absolute textbook, as Barnes gets another one.
Yeah, I love the way that the pass was just delayed here. He looked up, deked the keeper, and then sent it across for Jordan Barnes for what was really a tap-in, and it's 4-1 Whitley now, but it was that lovely delayed pass which took the defence out of the game.
Well, it's now Widnes trailing. Whitley 4, Widnes 1 with 1:14 remaining in this first period. And you can certainly tell Rich Hager's going to have some words to say in this dressing locker room in the end of this period break, as Britton tries to force that puck in, but once more Whitley showing their championship capability, and they've got this game by the horns at the moment, fair to say.
Yeah, they really have. As I say, just needed to shake off a little bit of rust, I think, early on, and falling a goal behind that early obviously give Widnes a little bit more confidence, as you'd expect. But they've got their fourth line out there now, the kids. It's Jamie Ord, Anthony Wetherill and Niall Ryder, bringing a lot of energy to this Warriors side.
We're inside the final minute now as the clock showing 33.8 seconds. We're going to get an offside call there anyway, or an icing call, sorry. But as you say now, Warriors feeling comfortable enough to start icing their fourth line.
That's right, that's the second shift for them now. And, you know, a lot of them have come through a very successful under-20s program as well in recent years. And they can be relied on, and I think David Longstaff can do that now.
And the interesting point to note there for the Wild is we're seeing that whole Jets line of Beach, Robinson and Hagger come back out into action after we saw them experimenting it in that Challenge Cup game previously broadcast here on Drop the Puck. And we're inside the final 10 seconds now as Walker behind his own net plays that around the boards. It's turned straight back around the other way. Beach manages to clear the zone though. That's going to be the clock running out. There's the buzzer, and what a first period, and welcome to the Moralee Widnes Wild.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a baptism of fire in the end, but they couldn't have got off to a better start, really, could they? Early goal, it rocked Whitley a little bit. It took them a while to shake that off and find their feet, but ultimately their undoing has been the penalties, and you could attribute, obviously, 2 of the 4 goals they've given up in that period to playing a man short. And that fourth goal, you would suspect, is a consequence of finding themselves 2 goals down and trying to push to get back in the game. And it caught them a little bit flat at the back.
Well, if that first period is anything to go by, I can't wait for the rest of the game. We'll be right back with the second period after this short break.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Well, Mr. Williams raises his hand, checks with the goal judges, and we're getting ready as we drop the puck on this second period. And immediately, Whitley gain possession. Watson the other side, tries to get around his man and manages to get it forward to Holland. Once more, Holland round the back of the Wild net. Quick start here from Whitley in this second period. Brings it round once more, and Edgar gets a body on from Kemp but maintains possession. Gets out to Holland, and it's redirected off a Wild stick and cleared all the way down to Turnbull. And with 30 seconds gone, Whitley come out firing on all cylinders again.
Yeah, they've started on the front foot here. There's no doubt about that. Putting the pressure on Widnes early on. It's a very good opening shift from them, and again a clean change there as well, so everything's going the Warriors' way right now.
Beach knocks that forward for Volkanovs, and it's turned away, and here come the Warriors down the ice again towards the mini rink end here at Planet Ice Widnes, if you know the layout. Wood behind the Wild net. Walker with his head in a swivel, but it's going to come out on a Wild stick with Charnock. Charnock turned it around at the blue by Kippen. Brearley going to get in there from Wood and try and create some separation. Gets it to a Wild teammate, and Charnock again back down the side. Great little touch from Hadjek there. Finds Hagger in the middle. Knocks it back for Charnock. Charnock with a bit of space. Forced into the corner though by Whitley as we go down to the scoreboard end. There's an arm up there from Mr. Williams. There's going to be a call on the play. And we'll wait to see what that is now. And it looks like it's going to be assessed. Is that on Whitley? I believe it is.
Yeah,
and it's
on John
tipping.
Kippin, yeah. Oh, it was a lovely bit of play. I thought Hagger's drag back there, which with the heel of the stick, just set him away, and that's what got Widnes in the offensive zone, caused Whitley some problems there as well. But big opportunity this for Widnes to get a foothold back in the game here.
So Sean Kippin goes the bench for 2 for slashing. 18:30 on the clock for this second period, and Wild for the, I believe it might only be the second time tonight. Or no, it's the first time, in fact, they're on the power play. As Stubley just plays that back to Hagger behind his own net, and Hagger now looks to set a play up. He's got Beach and Hajek with him. Once again, that line changes. Robinson's out here as well. Hajek decides to turn it back. Stubley looks up. Obviously, Tom Stubley, formerly of the Hull Pirates. And again, we've got that Hull connection as we look out now. Calmly received in his own defence, and wow, Hagger showing his netminder-esque skill, picks that one right out the air, puts it down onto the pad and plays it to Hajek, and he's, well, the forecheck pressure currently from Barnes is causing Hagger all sorts of trouble. Whitley do well, and the defending from the halfway line, Adam, never mind their own blue.
Yeah, very good forecheck in there by
But
Jordan
Wilder
Barnes.
found Beach, sorry, ooh, well, shot in from Beach, the sliding in there. Very quickly, the Wild players looking for the spill out from Turnbull, but there isn't any.
Yeah, it's that transitional play there from defence into attack, and that caused Whitley some problems there. It was not a completely tidy change there on the lines, but a great shift, you'd have to say, before that by Jordan Barnes.
Very much so. 50 seconds now left in this power play, and Whitley clear it down into the Wild zone once more. Again, that pressure. Barnes is there to mop that up. Apologies, not Barnes.
Queenan.
Number 57, Queenan, as he looks to play it out in front of the timekeeper's bench. Picked up by Wyatt in centre ice. They've managed to find Volkanovs on the far side. Volkanovs looks to come in, looks to go backhand, and Turnbull just gets his stick down there and sees that away into the corner. And once more, Whitley clear that out.
A good opportunity that for the Wild. A smart stop though by Turnbull, who's actually, having given up that early goal, has looked quite sharp since then.
10 seconds remain now on this power play, as again Whitley just gained possession of the loose puck and turned out. Jackson ridden into the divide between the benches here as we go back to full strength, and the physicality stepping up. Dare I say, Adam, somebody's gloves might start feeling a bit heavy here.
Yeah, it might be. It was one heck of a hit there by Steve Chalmers, who of course has got experience at a high level, and I think we've seen that already this evening on his power play style as well, with shooting from distance. But a huge heavy hit that was, and Widnes player will be feeling that for some time, I'd imagine. And
Barnes going to pick that one up, and it's in. Well, it was played, massive stretch pass to Barnes at the blue. As we look at the replay now, you can see Barnes takes it round the back of the Whitley net, the Wild net, lays it out in front for Watson. Watson, all the time in the world, beats Harrison glove side, and now it's Whitley 5, Wild 1.
Yeah, it was a lovely play once again by Jordan Barnes, who went round the back of the net and just put it in the perfect spot for the onrushing Callum Watson to fire in from the low slot. Wild
managed to clear that into the Whitley zone with Fairlong as action's back underway once more, and the pace of this game doesn't seem to let up. In fact, it almost looks like we're going through the gears, Adam.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here on in, but it's not exactly gone the way I was expecting, to be honest. I thought that
me neither, to
Whitley
be fair.
might have took a little bit longer to come into the game, but this looks like a team on a mission, doesn't it?
Very much so. They're wanting to stamp their authority on the league very early and send the message out, and unfortunately right now it seems like it's the Wild that are on the receiving end, which, dare I say, is it damage limitation at this point for the Wild?
Well, obviously, you don't want to say that so early into the contest, but I think you're right, Ben. I think it could well be, and trying to keep the goal difference as low as possible right now is probably as good as anything. But you got to look at certain advantages here, what they can do here on in. Can they limit Whitley? And in certain instances and see what they can learn from it going forward throughout the campaign.
Well, Edge going to get a quick break in play there as it was Lee Kemp tried to clear the puck. It's come off a Whitley stick over the glass, so we're going to get a face-off to the left-hand side of Walker in the Wild zone, and immediately Kipping back on the ice, puts it around into the opposite corner for teammate number 13 there is Ross. Once more, Hare takes the shot in off the leg pads of Walker, and again another shot comes in from the point there from number 24 Harley, right into the glove of Walker, and again Walker seeing more rubber than he'd like.
Yeah, absolutely. Harley is that's his trademark shot, really. He loves to unleash them, usually on the power play, but he wrapped his stick round it, tested Harrison Walker there, but it was a smart stop because I think he saw it late.
Wild win the face-off, right-hand side of Walker in their own zone. Edgar picks it up in the face-off spot. Shot from the slot there, comes from Holland. Turned out into the corner. Wild desperately trying to clear it away now. Fighting away is Stubley with Holland. He's giving it to Edgar though. Edgar looks to find a man out in front. Turned away by Braley, and Wild managed to clear the zone at the halfway line. Robinson misses with the stick check. Bit of space created there between Stubley and
Chalmers.
Was that Chalmers there?
Stephen Chalmers, yeah.
Oh, there's another armour from Mr. Williams. That's a slashing call. And that's going to be on Dean Holland. And again, it's starting to get a bit feisty here.
Yeah, Warriors captain will sit for 2 minutes there. It's just got to curb his temper maybe a little bit there, but it's ramping up definitely, and maybe Widnes can feed off this. 5-1 down, obviously, but I'm sure at this moment in time they just want to get a goal back, don't they?
Definitely, they're going to need to get something in this second period to keep any hope alive of the game. We're going down to the Whitley end, and it's going to be a face-off to the left-hand side of Turnbull. Power play for the Widnes Wild now, and again we've got that very hull-heavy unit of Robinson, Beach, Hagger, Stubley, and in there is Hadjek, and that PK unit of Whitley looking very dominant as well though.
Yeah, Carl Ross and Jordan Barnes out there as the two forwards for the Warriors, and they bring a lot of energy, Jordan Barnes particularly. And I mean, for me, he's probably been Whitley's man of the match so far.
Well, Wild working that puck round, using the man advantage at the moment. Hagger, just inside the face-off circle, decides to backhand it and drop it to Beach, who's stuck on the boards. Decides to play it round. And cleared out calmly, as you like, there by, is that Greetans there, it looked like?
Yes, it was, number 26, Rodden's Greetans.
Yeah, and here we go again with the Wild. Beach down the far side. Looks to cut in, but great defending by Whitley. He's forced him around the back of the net. Beach finds Wilcox at the point. Gets back to Beach in the corner. Once more, working that round. And that's going to be cleared out by Whitley with 41 seconds now remaining on the power play. Desperately, you can see Wild trying to get something, but there's that very high forecheck again from Wood. Puts Volkanovs under pressure. Carries on though, Volkanovs. Skates through no man's land, through into the Whitley zone, but he's turned around. Maybe too much there.
Yeah, it's you can certainly see Widnes are trying to get into that Warrior zone, but Whitley are just defending so well right now. They're not giving up too much change in their own backyard.
10 seconds left on that power play. Charnock plays it around the boards, puts it in a position from Wilcox. Volkanov's trying to get there though. Intercepted by Whitley, and they're going to clear that out, and that's going to be the end of that power play as we go back to 5-on-5, and Captain Dean Holland takes the ice once more. Well, it's going to be Hare who picks that up just outside the penalty benches at the halfway. Wood takes the shot. Oh, apologies there, that was Ord.
Yeah, Jamie Ord.
Yeah, straight into the chest of Walker with 11:59 remaining in the second period. Still, Whitley 5, Wild 1.
Yes, good shot from Jamie Ord, cutting in from the right wing. But a very, very young five-man unit that was as well, with Dylan Hare on D. A lot of debuts for the Warriors this evening.
Well, face-off is won immediately by the Warriors. They find Chalmers at the point and try and take the shot early, but it's deflected away, and once more Hagger's been able to get in there. It's going to be picked up by Hadjek just outside his zone, but Ord does well, turns that straight back round, faces down on Kemp and puts the puck on net. Forces a stick save out of Walker, who calmly leaves that go for Grimshaw. Off the boards out in their own zone. It's gone Hadjek to Hagger as they gain the Whitley zone. Hager being pursued there by Chalmers right on that blue line. And they've done enough to gain possession now out in front of the Wild bench. Whitley just trying to dump it in. Walker intercepts that. 11:15 remaining in the second period. Hager, great little play there from Beach and Hager. But it's going to be turned around once more, and here comes Whitley on a 3-on-2. Barnes down this near side wing. Well, he puts Fairlong down. And now Whitley taking the time, looks to cut inside. There is Queenan. Round the back of the net, Brearley doing his job. Shot in there, and it's gone in, and that's Connor Lewis.
Yeah, Connor Lewis on his debut, just a young player as well.
And we see it there, absolutely worked to perfection, given to Connor Lewis in that slot. All the time in the world, high blocker side over Walker. And Whitley stretch out the lead now. It's now Whitley Warriors 6, Widnes Wild 1.
Yeah, Connor Lewis on his debut. Smart finish. Once again, Jordan Barnes having a hand in that, and another impressive shift from him. But it just shows you the depth that this Warriors side has.
Well, like we say, Adam, we're halfway through this second period, one still to go, and it doesn't look like the Warriors are letting up at all.
No, they're not, and I don't think Coach David Longstaff would allow them to. It's as you said before, Ben. It's a mark of intent for the rest of the league to sit up and look at.
Briley goes full stretch on his belly as he tries to shut off that pass lane. Attempted to wrap around from Holland again. Great seal on the ice there from Walker, and now banging on the door again once more of Whitley as they're trying to stretch out the Wild, rotating that puck really well. Wild finally see an opening with Charnock, get in there and start turning that puck back up ice. Charnock uses the boards, plays round his man, races it all the way up to behind the Whitley net, and that was going to be Dylan Hare who's with him there, and he's forced it around the near side boards now. Playing back in, and it's going to be shot in from Hager. I think that's the first time Hager's actually been able to get one on net tonight.
Yeah,
not troubling Turnbull though.
It was the first meaningful shot that Widnes have had in a while, and it seemed to come off the corner of the goal frame, didn't it? Just a rising shot, but I'm sure he'll gain a little bit of confidence from that.
Well, great play there from Hager to Beach, who knocked it on. Hayjack trying to skate down on it, but Whitley have just jumped on that loose puck once more, and that seems to be the message of the day for Whitley. If it's loose, it's ours.
Yeah, exactly. They've closed that space down, not allowed Widnes to settle on it, and here they come again.
And it was going to be a 2-on-1 there, and that was going to be between Ross and Kipping. But they've managed to somehow put the shot wide. And here we go again, a little bit of a 2-on-1. Walker being tested once more, but those pucks flying just wide of his net with 9 minutes remaining in the second period.
Yeah, Jamie Ord with that shot again. He's playing on the opposite flank this time, but it's two good sighters really from distance.
Skating it calmly in. Ooh, dangerous attempt, calm as you like. Put it on net there, Whitley, and Walker's managed to get his stick down in time. Just trying to catch Harrison Walker off guard. But Tom Jackson now for the Wild manages to find Beach inside his own point. Stick snap for Beach there. And Hayjack, centre ice, is trying to push it forward. But Matthew McDonald's got other ideas and puts it straight back down into the Wild zone. And we're going to get ourselves an icing call there. I'll catch your breath. The refs can catch the breath.
Yeah. Well, Beach there, he said he snapped his stick, and the end of the blade just seemed to fly up and hit Niall Ryder on the back, but he was unawares. But we're going to stoppage now, and a song made famous by Whitley's great old rivals, the Durham Wasps, who used to delight in playing this at their old Riverside rink. So some of the older viewers might remember this one and probably are doing the hand actions back home.
8:22 in this second period. Face off, going to be right hand side of Turnbull. Shot in from Fairlong at the blue for Widnes as they finally start getting some sort of offensive action. And it worries me to be saying that this late into the game, if I'm quite honest. But here we go, they've dumped it in, and it's going to be calm as you like McDonald again, who's got plenty of time in the world to find a teammate, and he does so in the form of, I think it's 21 Niall Ryder again, out in front of his own bench. Tried to make a move to get round the Wild defensive man, and it's now tied up out in front of the Warriors bench. But we've got ourselves a little bit of a 2-on-2 situation. Whitley again, well, that massive stretch block there from Fairlong, who's belly to the ice and the stick out, but it looks like we're going to get ourselves a hooking call.
Yeah, it does. Whitley were in a good position there as well, high up the ice, so we're looking to press home an advantage, but it's Kemp who's going to go to the box here for 2 minutes. He's shaking his head. I don't think he's at all happy with that decision. I didn't get a good look at it.
No,
I don't know if you did.
No, unfortunately, too much action going on around the goal to be looking off the puck, and either way, it's going to punish Wild even more as now they're a man down. 7:36 on the clock as it starts at the beginning of this penalty. Kemp assessed for hooking, and immediately the power play unit, which has been so dominant tonight on the ice for Whitley, as another great shot comes in from Greetings again on the inside post of Walker, back out, and Wild struggling to get any possession. It was through the slot again. Greetings had his stick down, fanned on the shot, and now we've got a breakaway. Volkanovs 1-on-1, Vlad Volkanovs, it's in! Vlad Volkanovs gives the Wild hope. Nice short-handed goal, but you see in the replay there, he jumps on the mistake. Lovely little backhand drag, flick over the legs of Turnbull, who's gone down early. It's now Whitley 6, Wild 2.
Great short-handed goal by the Latvian, who really shown his countrymen a clean pair of heels there. It was the attempted one-timer low down at the back post by Greetanzi. Got his shot away the first time. The second time he fanned on it. Puck came out nicely, and it's got the Wild back into this contest. Nothing better really from an attacking point of view of scoring a short-handed goal.
Very much so, and it's given a bit of life back into the Wild ones here at Planet Ice Widnes, as Jackson ties up his man in the corner now. It's a 2-on-1 situation for Whitley, and they've managed to get it out to Edgar. Edgar plays it into the corner. Let's not forget, this is a Whitley Warriors power play. That was a short-handed goal, as we're into the final minute of the power play now. Whitley looking for the cheeky little one out in front there, and it's Barnes again. That danger man is causing no end of problems today for the Wild.
Yeah, looking for his hat-trick marker there.
Working the puck around between the blue and the point at the moment. Edgar takes his time. Shot comes in again from, that's Chalmers, I believe.
Yes, it was. Chalmers on the point.
Yeah, then that's a wicked shot to be having there as Kippen creeps onto the ice. And Holland's over there as well. And it turned away, and here we go again. It's going to be Edgar pursued down by Beach, and you can tell Kieran Beach there with that full cage on. 20 seconds left now on the man advantage for Whitley, as we play that through centre ice. Holland, through no man's land, uses Wood to try and create a bit of space, but loses the puck. Back the other way is Hadjek, and he's all alone, surrounded by them maroon shirts. Hager manages to find the stretch pass open into Stubley. Stubley, well, it's back to 5-on-5 as the power play runs out. Stubley with the hip check on Wood. Was that? Oh, sorry. Finlayson, apologies, the receiver of the hip check there. And Wild now stepping up the physicality and starting to get a little bit of a fire under their feet.
That goal's really brought the energy back in. It brought the crowd back alive as well, which is, I think, what the Wild need. And you can see the benefits of that. It's, I'd have to say, they probably won that 2 minutes where the Warriors had the man advantage. They killed it off very well. They looked to get a second break on there before, and with that pass that came through for Edgar, they picked it off.
Well, a lovely clean change for the Warriors there, and the pressure's there, but here comes Volkanovs and Stubley. Volkanovs again, takes a time shot, and it's number 4 there, Craig Johnson, full layout on the ice. Puts his body on the line, blocks a biscuit, and into the corner it goes. Once more at the point, Hager trying to find his man on the opposite side, Volkanovs. Unable to reel it in, and calmly Johnson just clears his own, tied up on the skate to the linesman out in front of the Wild bench. 4:32 now remaining in the second period.
Yes, again, a good couple of minutes by the Wild. I think they've actually, if anything, drawn energy from being on a penalty kill. That short-handed goal does wonders for you as a defending team. But as I say, they dominated that 2 minutes, really. Whitley had a couple of half chances, but nothing really that you could consider going close to the net, and that was down to the hard work from a defensive point of view.
Well, there was a quick stoppage in play, and a face-off gets us back underway just outside of the Warriors bench, and it's Warriors who take it straight into the Wild zone, trying to scoop that puck in, but Hager putting his body in the way in the skates. Kemp's brought down his man in the corner there. No, the official's arm stays down, and once more the Wild managed to clear the zone. Lewis forced to turn around quickly as he had Rich Hager bearing down on him, but it's going to be the Warriors who dump that puck all the way from their zone down. Well, Walker does well to calmly just turn that away for Kemp to clear it once more. And it's 3:50 as we get ourselves an icing call. Well, 6-2 is the score. And we spoke about the beginning of this period. Would the Wild start coming back into the game? Maybe is the answer right now.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, you've got to look at the little wins here and there. And even if it is just for a 5-minute spell, it's something that you can look at and build upon. The Wild won't face a tougher side than the Warriors this season, so you can you take away some advantages from this period, I would say.
Great little play there from the face-off. It was Egger and Hager who went in for the draw. It come out Whitley favour, who got a quick shot on net. Walker's been able to turn it into the corner, and Wild have cleared it up ice as it's picked up by Chalmers once more. Chalmers plays it all the way down once more. Walker called into actions. He just turns that away using his stick. And now Egger trying to skate around in the corner, pinches in, and it's Charnock who fights away with it. It's come to Volkanovs. Volkanovs gains his own, takes his time. Volkanovs passes it across, shot, and it's in from Hager! And almost a repeat of the Whitley goal from earlier. As we see in the replay there, Volkanovs takes his time, forces the defender down. Hager, all the time in the world to pick his shot. It's now Widnes Wild 3. Whitley Warriors 6.
It was that delayed pass once again, wasn't it? Just waiting for the defence to commit themselves. We've got a game on our hands now. It's it's a 3-goal game. The momentum is very much with the home side now.
And Gary's probably going to shoot me for this, but I can't help it. Adam, this is getting tasty.
It really is. It's taking club loyalties aside. It's what is good for the game, isn't it? It's we have got a contest, and Widnes have been the better side over the last 5 minutes.
And all I can say is, obviously, for fans watching the Drop the Puck show, which is obviously airing on the Friday night at 7:30 on our YouTube channel, you are going to have an absolute excellent show before you. This is the quality of hockey we're going to get this season.
Yeah, it really is. Doesn't matter which team you support, even if you're a neutral. This is a very good game of hockey which we've got right now.
Absolutely stunning, and what a showcase of British talent we have, and of the British game at the moment. What a platform. But we take a breath as immediately back on the way, and well, there's your answer from Finlayson. He's not having any of it.
No, that was an incredible shot. Actually, comes loose there after getting tied up, split the D, and then it just sat nicely just to the left of the goal, and he fired it in, beat the goalie, all ends up. But well.
Yeah, it's now Whitley Warriors 7, Widnes Wild 3.
Yeah, there's we've had a lot of goals in the last few minutes. It's hard to keep up, isn't it? But
I feel sorry for our editor.
Well, indeed, yeah. If you're going to try and get that down to a highlights package, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it, to omit some stuff? But
well, it looks like Walker just very quickly is gone to the bench to change sticker. Yeah, you can see there the equipment manager for the Widnes Wild just checking that blade appears to have been snapped.
Yeah, maybe a slight collision there as the play carried on and slid into the crease. Just
so,
caught his stick.
2:36 shows on this second period as the Wild with the fire in the belly now push forward again with Charnock. Charnock takes it in. He's trying to beat out his man there of Hare, but they've turned it round with Whitley. Volkanovs does well to keep it alive. Volkanovs still top of the slot, lays it back into the corner for Charnock. It looks like things are falling into place for the Wild with the lines, as there was a big body on there from Volkanovs. He starts getting physical again. Whitley in receipt of that puck from Turnbull. As the clock goes into the final 2 minutes, Hager, if he'd have turned in shot, would have had a prime opportunity, but instead decides to put it into the corner. Volkanovs looks to take the shot off the leg pad of Turnbull. Clearing out once more, and here come the Warriors as they clear the zone. It's a 3-on-2 situation with Holland and Wood. Wood skated in, looks to backhand it, and on the back post skating in there was number 13, and that was Kyle Ross.
Yeah.
You'd have fancied him to backhand that in.
You would, yeah. There was maybe a slight hint of offside there. Dean Holland was just holding his movement there, straddling that blue line. But as you said, if it just sat nicely for Carl Ross at the back post, you would have fancied him to have made it 8-3.
Fairlong, massive stretch pass, finds Hagger wide open. It's Hagger and Hajek 2-on-2. Hagger winds up, shoots. Turnbull, great save off the leg pads. And, well, the Wild have come to play late in this second period.
Yeah, end-to-end stuff now as it opens up again.
Great shot in once more. Well, that was in the leg pads there of Walker. It did sort of pop loose, and
it was Chalmers who I think he was stabbing away at it there, and he's just landed awkwardly. I think his sticks got tangled with the Wild defenceman there. Callum Watson's in there as well for the Warriors.
Well, we know Harrison Walker's just had to swap one stick.
Yeah, could be an expensive night equipment-wise for him, couldn't it? But Chalmers sort of fell awkwardly there, and I think there's perhaps some concern for Chris Wilcox, is it, as well?
Yeah, number 28, Chris Wilcox, yeah.
But thankfully both are skating off, so they both appear to be unharmed, which is the main thing.
Well, we've got a 10-goal game so far. 1 minute and 4 seconds remain in this second period. Wild certainly looking to try and claw one back and reduce this deficit.
Yeah, that goal for Whitley, that goal number 7, came at the perfect time, as it looks like.
And there's
a pair in a hole maybe in the crease.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it does look like the officials have called for the rink attendants here, and they appear to be grabbing lumps of the off-cutters. They're going to patch something over here now. We did notice at the beginning of the second period, head official there, Mr. Williams, was just going along where Walker had been scraping up and caused that disturbance in the paint area.
Yep.
He managed to gather what I'd call a considerable size snowball, shall we say.
Yeah, got a few shavings there with the blades, wasn't it? Dean Holland there with a full mitt of ice there. There's more ice crew coming out here, but might be a slight delay here. But shame really, because the game was just on the boil, wasn't it? End-to-end stuff.
Well, let's hope
at both ends.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't take anything out the momentum.
Yeah, just over a minute to go in this second period, but it's great to see the commitment from both sides here in going for the attack. But Widnes very much in the ascendancy until Whitley got that 7th goal. And
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Adam. Widnes haven't rolled over and taken this. They are fighting back, and I think that's great to see.
Great character, and that will keep him in good stead throughout the season, I'd imagine.
So it's going to be a face-off to the right-hand side of ourselves in this commentary position, left-hand side of Walker in the Widnes zone. It's won by Whitley as they start that attack again once more, cycling that puck, looking for maybe a cheeky little inside there, but Walker's sensing that. He's got great seal on the post. And again, shot in from Holland, forces save out of Walker. Sat behind now is number 6, and that's Callum Watson. And they're just rotating this well. Whitley out in front. Great stick on the ice there by Hajek, disrupts the play. We're into 30 seconds left in this second period. Whipped in once more. Watson in the corner. Stubley trying to shoo him off it. No, he's maintained possession. Goes behind the net. Lays that puck off once more. Looking for a man out in front. Whitley can't do it. Shot comes in again. 13 seconds as the clock's ticking away. Wild trying to force it out. Harley puts the puck off the boards out in front of the Wild bench. Going to be picked up in neutral ice. Sent over to Ord. Ord tries to take the shot off the stick of Wilcox, and that's going to be all your action for this second period.
Yeah, those last few seconds there was Whitley sort of crashing the net. A couple of good half chances there, but I think Widnes will be going into the dressing room much happier than they ended the previous one.
Well, dare I say, from what we've seen of Widnes in the past, they certainly like to open the floodgates late in the third period. We'll see how that goes, and we'll join back all the action right after this short break.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
welcome back for this third and final period of what has been an absolutely picturesque game of hockey for the neutral. It's had everything in it, apart from the fisticuffs, which, if it carries on this way, Adam, might end up in this third period.
Might do. I know Whitley have got probably that unfair sort of label that they're a physical or dirty side. I just think Whitley don't tend to accept any nonsense off teams, which is perhaps why some feel a little bit aggrieved when it does get physical. But you've seen today, I think both sides just want to be out there playing hockey, and it's the fans have been the ones to benefit from that.
Well, I think we both touched on it prior to in the commentary where we said they're both trying to set a statement for the season, trying to set a tone. Whitley coming out with that dominance. We are the champions. This is our league. I don't care which barn it is. Widnes, for the first time, trying to turn around and say, well, you might be the champions, but ultimately, it's a situation where this is our barn and we're the new boys and we're not going to go down without a fight.
That's right. They want to make a statement themselves and show the rest of the league, look, we're here, we belong to be here. And it's been a long time coming. Widnes have had a very strong side in the second division, and it's been long overdue that they should be playing the likes of the Warriors and the Solway Sharks. For me, they're on merit. They deserve to be here, and I think they'll have more successful games than this in terms of scorelines. But look, this one isn't over. 20 minutes to play, and I think Widnes, if they get another quick goal, well, it's game on again, isn't it?
Certainly. Mr. Williams raises his arm as Edgar and Hager take to the dot to get this second period underway. Quick look at the stats from that last period, though. 14 shots on goal by the Warriors, 8 by the Wild, and it's certainly going to be interesting as we're underway, and immediately it's Whitley with the puck, playing it off the boards into the neutral zone. Holland takes the puck, takes a shot early, and within the first few seconds of this third period, they're testing Walker again already.
Yeah, they are. Kieran Furlong did well just to get a skate on the end of that one, just blocked the shot.
And it turned around, here's Hager, can he get there? Well, McDonald calmly gets there first with the stick, turns it back for Furlong.
Yeah, Widnes looking to build again. It's going to be icing, unfortunately, but great start again by Whitley. The first 45 seconds there, they playing on the front foot once again, taking the game to the host. But fresh ice surface to work with as well. It's the puck's going to be moving rapidly, I'd imagine, early on. Depends how these legs are going to hold up as well, of course.
Well, that's the interesting one. Let's not forget this is the 6th period of hockey that the Wild are playing within 48 hours, and just something off the face-off there between, looked like Volkanovs and Kipping and Kemp. Well, we'll keep our eye on that as face-off left-hand side of Walker, back underway, and it's Whitley in possession, taken into the corner, shot, comes off the glove of Walker behind, played in once more around the boards behind the Widnes net. Wood gets the body on from Furlong, and it's certainly a little outmatched for size there, Wood and Furlong. Kipping and Kemp in there as well, and that was great play there by Widnes to clear that off the stick of number 22 there, Adam Wood, as he looked in a dangerous position.
Interesting debut from Adam Wood. He's a two-way player, can play D or forward, but he's proved a nuisance at the back for Widnes, I think, with his height, just screening the goalie. He could be a useful addition to this Warriors side.
Well, quick shot in from Ross has led to a rebound and a flurry again as Wood is out there, causing himself that nuisance we've just been talking about. Skating in was Callum Queenan, but it's come all the way back down to the Whitley zone. As they put it back in once more, Stubley is just going to watch that go round as Briley gets his stick on it for Widnes, tries to turn it back out, kept in a little point by Harley, puts it back in once more, and again comes in there from Johnson off the leg pad of Harrison Walker, whose nice new shiny white leg pads are slowly turning to black and the rubber from the Whitley shots. Calmly though, Queenan takes it around the boards, rings it back round, looking for a man out in front now of Whitley. Johnson once more puts it in to the corner as Harry Harley becoming a very, very prolific, dominant player that a lot of the the play seems to be going through at the moment. But it's Wild who look to break here now. Hajek puts that on net off the stick of Turnbull high into the netting, and we're going to get a break in play.
Yeah, Queenan just seemed to fan on the puck a little bit. He just sat up on him, and he couldn't gather it in. Allowed Widnes to get into the offensive zone then. As you said, Ben, the shot deflected up off Turnbull's stick. But good break there for them. They've got possession high up the ice.
Well, face-off is won by Widnes in the Warriors zone. Quick shot on from Haggard, deflected into the corner, and in possession once more with the Whitley Warriors as 3 minutes have gone in this third and final period. It's still Whitley Warriors 7, Widnes Wild 3, as Jackson just lets that puck go between his legs. Wilcox is going to be there to mop up. Turned round once more. Trying to force it on, they have done it with Volkanovs. Volkanov sees ice in front of him, decides to take the shot. Great glove save from Turnbull, what should have been the fourth goal for Widnes.
Great opportunity that. He dropped his shoulder, went by Niall Ryder as if he wasn't there, and ghosted in on goal. But I think he'd probably want a better return off that. It was a good shot, but he wanted the fourth goal, as he said.
Certainly. But we're back in possession with Whitley now in McDonald as he dumps it in. Quick line change there for Whitley. Picked up in the corner by Holland, brings it round to Edgar, looks for a man out front, takes the shot, and that's number 6, Watson, once more into the Widnes logo in the centre of Walker's chest there. Puck has come out into play and now back up into the Whitley zone. Picked up by Hajek at the halfway, cuts in on the blue, but Edgar's going to see that puck once more into the corner. And now with Greetons, plays that puck all the way down to the blue line of Widnes. Charnock, he's going to take control of the puck now for the Wild. Little bit of a miscommunication there between himself and Fairlong as turn the puck over, shot out in front there by Kyle Ross once more, and Walker denies him.
Yeah, I think the puck was just bouncing and sat up on him, which I think is always going to be a rising shot, but he had to take it as a sort of one-time effort. But Harrison Walker was there to prevent him getting an 8th goal for the Warriors. But yeah, it's ramping up again, isn't it, Ben? The intensity's gone up a level, I think.
And we've almost gone, well, we have 4.5 minutes already in this period. That is something the Wild are going to need to keep an eye on. They can't let the clock run out on them if they want anything from this game, as the puck is cleared from the face-off all the way down to the Whitley zone, and we're going to go an icing call as we shave some precious time off that clock for Wild.
Yeah, it is. You kind of got to break the period up into 5-minute slots, haven't you? And if Widnes can win these 5-minute slots and get something out of them, that's what they need to be looking to do, I think, right now, and stop the Warriors from having too much time on the puck.
And the face-off goes the way of the Warriors as they attempt a shot, but the stick on the ice there from Volkanovs has turned it back down to the Whitley zone. And we were speaking in the period break, Adam, it's almost as if now Widnes are rolling with 2 lines. Changing up slightly, but it is those core 2 lines.
Yes, it really is. And I think really Volkanovs is a danger man. If he gets that turn of speed in on goal, he's causing the Warriors no end of trouble back there. But that's what happens, isn't it? When you're trying to get back in the game, coaches will shorten the bench and rely on
and a quick mistake there from Rosso. He turns the puck over to the Wild as Haggard skated in there. And it looks like now the offensive pressure once more coming as Volkanov takes another shot off the chest of Turnbull and scooped up there with a little help from number 24, and that's Harry Harley once more.
Yeah, straight into the logo, wasn't it? It was really a comfortable save in the end for Mark Turnbull. But again, Volkanov's got into a position and he is causing the Warriors problems.
Face-off will be right-hand side of Turnbull, deep in the Whitley zone as Wild get that face-off win. Briley keeps the play alive, but it's turned out once more. Johnson finds Finlayson on the big stretch pass down the left wing. Stubley's going to be there, seeing him round the boards, holds him up on the boards there as support arrives in the form of Barnes. Briley there for the Wild once more, right behind the Wild net now under that scoreboard as it shows the clock ticking away slowly. 14 minutes 9 remain in the period.
Delayed penalty call here.
And that looks like it's going to be a tripping call assessed on the Widnes Wild as that's touched up there by Charnock. and it's Tom Brierley, knows already, and he's heading towards the box. Well, that's not a position that the Wild want to be in right now.
It's not, as you said, Ben, they really are running out of time if they want to get something from this game. However, last time the Warriors had the player advantage, Wild scored off it.
Can we see the fire and passion from the Widnes Wild once more as the penalty kill unit takes to the ice? So Kipping goes in for the draw, and it's won there by Volkanovs. Turned up ice by Wilcox for the Wild, and well, his name's pretty much ingrained now on this microphone, Harry Harley.
Yeah.
Once more, plays it out, Edgar. Takes his time, takes a shot right into the breadbasket of Walker, and it's safe sealed up.
Yeah, Harry Harley is very much the danger man on the Warriors power play. You've always got to watch his shots from the point. It's very much his trademark of his game. But interesting to see, it looks like Whitley only went with one D-man on that 5-man unit. Often they'll play with Greetans. And of course now we've got Chalmers, who we saw earlier on in the game, who looked very tidy from that distance.
Well, it's another face-off win for Whitley, but the Wild do well to try and turn that out, and they have. They cleared the zone, and there it is, comfortably cleared it right out in front of the Whitley benches. 1:28 now shows on that power play clock. So we've got Volkanovs, Beach, Wilcox and Stubley is your penalty kill unit for the Wild at the moment, as Stubley gets a stick on it, and he's managed to find Beach. Beach on a bit of a break, takes a shot off the blocker of Turnbull. And Kieran Beach has got a set of legs on him, we know that. When he goes off, he's like a rocket.
Yeah, very much an action replay of what we saw in the second period when the Wild scored off a short-handed opportunity.
Chalmers takes the shot off the leg pads, though, of Walker down the other end as we're into the final minute now of the power play. Great seal on that inside post once more, Walker, as it's being tested. Ooh, little deflection there off the stick, sends it wide. And now Whitley coming straight back into this power play. Chalmers again with the shot through traffic. Cleared away by Walker, kept alive by Barnes behind the Wild net. And Jackson just shadowing his man. Volkanovs there for support. Hager now out for the Wild, and you can see they've got that quick breakaway team on, as we've got 20 seconds with the man advantage remaining. 12-16 in the period. Wild struggling to clear it out the zone. Whitley in possession in the corner now, looking for a man in the slot. It's turned away. Oh, fanned on the original clearance there was number 26, apologies, 28, Chris Wilcox. And that's 5-on-5 again as Brealey returns to the ice. Finlayson at pace down this near side wing. Looked to skate it in, but the puck was pushed away by the Wild defenseman into the corner as it's a 2-2 in the corner. Puck around the boards to the opposite corner now as Kipping puts it behind once more. Finds number 31, Finlayson, out in front once more, and there's a yellow wall now before Walker, which could go one or two ways, Adam. It can either deflect his vision or do its job, and that time it did its job.
You're absolutely right. It was a couple of the early goals Widnes conceded. You could question he was shielded, he was screened by his D, but on that occasion they did the job perfectly well and helped support him there.
Hager, well, as Stubley on the blue line tried to stop Ord. Little coming together, and it's turned around with Stubley. Wild starting to get a bit more of a pace about them now. Stubley chooses the wrong decision there and goes through a body of Whitley players. Jackson loses his edge, goes down. Hager has to drop into the defensive position, fill the spot there, but the Wild have done the job and have held up Whitley on this attack at the moment as the Warriors are in the corner. Well, the puck into the corner now with number 21, Ryder of the Warriors. He loses his edge and goes down. It's allowed the Wild in, who have found Hadjek on this near side pass in front of the timekeeper's bench. He's managed to gain the zone with Charnock. Charnock forced out the zone there by MacDonald, and it's forcing Robinson to retreat out there and avoid the offside call.
Yeah, end-to-end stuff again, and it's good passage of play there by Widnes as Holland's in for the Warriors.
Holland takes a shot, he puts it glove side of Walker and it runs wide. Well, they're not finished yet. MacDonald winds up, takes a shot off the shoulder and blocker of Walker as we're approaching the halfway mark in this third and final period. Edgar takes a shot, sails high over the opposite corner. Robinson's going to receive that for the Wild, and he's found Beach on a stretch pass near side. Beach, miscommunication between Hadjek as he looks to go back. MacDonald found Edgar, who's turns that straight back round, faces down on Kemp, takes the shot, and it's going to be sealed up there by Walker. And like you say, Adam, end-to-end action.
It is. It's again great to watch as a fan of hockey. It doesn't really matter which of these two sides you're following or rooting for. It's just good end-to-end hockey, and we'll get a face-off in the Widnes zone. But look, it's 7-3 Warriors, but there's still goals in this contest, I think.
Yeah, very much so. This is far from over. So face-off will be in the Wild zone, right-hand side of Walker. Bit of a tie-up on the dot, and it's going to go to the Wild with Jackson. Under pressure, though, from Finlayson. Finlayson comes out with that, finds a man behind the net. Whitley looking, sets up, no, takes a shot in and skates in there. And that was Queenan. Thought he'd have a cheeky little tight angle look. Great save by Walker with 9:30 left on the clock. Still, Whitley Warriors 7, Widnes Wild 3.
Yeah, keeps the pressure in the Widnes zone, which is exactly where the Warriors want the puck to be.
As Harley in receipt of that face-off from Kipping once more. And Harry Harley commanding at that point at the moment. They've let it go to Barnes once more into the corner. Good cycling of the puck from Whitley, maintaining possession. Barnes again, looking dangerous under pressure from Wilcox. Chris Wilcox, one of the newer signings for Widnes this season. Previously of the Sheffield Scimitars, I believe. Apologies, Hull Pirates, in fact. One of the Hull contingents that have invaded, should we say, the Wild roster.
Yeah, obviously Hull without some ice early on in the season. It's come to Widnes' benefit by having a good group of players from there.
And Kipping takes a shot right into the glove there of Walker. And little bit of after there, the referee's just calling that one very quickly. But 8:46 remain in this game, and it's still very much alive.
Yes, it is, absolutely so. And say both teams looking sharp. Kipping really, looking to take any opportunity that comes his way. He's already got a goal this evening, but he brings a lot of experience and talent to his side, and you've always got to watch out for him when he's on the ice.
Face-off is going to be right-hand side of Walker. Won by Hadjek and the Wild, who decide to put it right behind their own net. Stubley gets there, uses the boards. Knocked on into play, but it's going to be picked up by Hare, chased down by Wyatt. Cleared only to Charnock in neutral ice. Turned back towards the benches, and Kipping's going to jump on the loose puck, and it's the story of the night for Whitley. If it's loose, it's theirs. As Charnock in this near side corner now puts the puck in. Comes off the boards and cleared out with the Wild. Charnock again dumps that in. He's going to chase that himself, but it's going to be a three-man Whitley wall that get there first. Only cleared out to the point to Stubley. Stubley sees the option, takes a shot, it's bounced out in front. Well, will he take a second bite of the cherry? He does. And right out in front there, you can see Hadjek's trying to put the screen on.
Yeah, Turnbull saw nothing of that. There was 2 or 3 of his own players in front of him as well. So he was lucky, really, that the shot hit, I think, one of the Warriors players high up.
I think it's Greeton's there.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. But he was lucky because Turnbull saw none of that. And if it had been on target, it would have been a goal for the Wild. But there's a slight delay here as they were just discussing what went on. And you're right, it is Greetans who is going to the box. So,
and it's a hooking call.
Yeah, so man advantage for the Wild then. Big opportunity this run with just over 8 minutes to go.
And Wild starting to build momentum, dare I say, as well. So will this pay dividends for them now, the man advantage, as Robinson gets a puck from the face-off win by the Wild. Volkanovs, well, they've tried to play it out once more to Stubley, who's immediately under pressure and almost brought down. Then it's, well, there's a man gone down.
Callum Queenan. He's lost his glove. He was sort of tussling with Stubley low down, and I think he was always going to lose his skates, Queenan. And I don't know, maybe a part of Stubley's equipment might have just caught Queenan in the face. He's certainly holding his face, but he's getting up easy enough. I think he was just, it was, like I say, it was one of them where he was always going to end up face planting the ice, unfortunately, because that's where the momentum was taking him. And he's, I think he's dripping blood somewhere, so he has been caught, and the officials are asking him to leave to get that scene. You can see as he walks underneath us here, his top of his nose is cut open. So maybe the blade of a stick or perhaps the skate caught him, but he's left a trail of blood on the ice, so we'll get that cleaned up and there'll be a delay here. But shame for Widnes, because they were just trying to build a bit of momentum there, wasn't it?
Yeah, that maybe this is the sucker punch, unintentional, but Whitley have done what they needed to do and disrupted the play now and the flow that Widnes were certainly building, especially with that man advantage. We look at the scoreboard, there's 7 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in this third and final period. 1 minute 44 on the man advantage. Obviously, while we do have Greetan sat in the box for that hooking call, and the game as a whole so far, Adam, has been end-to-end quality, absolutely great showcase for the Moralee.
Really is. We've said it a number of times, but this Wild side is pretty much like an all-star team for the Laidler division, and it's showing you that there's a lot of good talent there. There's a core group of the Wild players. There's a core group who've come from Hull, who were champions the season before, and there's players who know how to win games, and that experience will help them throughout the course of this season, I think. But again, something I've said earlier on air was that Wild are showing that they belong at this level. They don't look out of place.
Very much so, and I think what people have got to bear in mind is, if we put this into aspect of another sport, say for example, so this is like, I don't know, maybe Watford going to Liverpool on opening day.
Yeah.
They belong there,
that's
but
right.
it's one mountain to climb.
And maybe coming away with a slender defeat, and you would say, well, look, that's quite respectable given Liverpool are the team at the top of the table, and you've just been promoted, and it's going to be a tough baptism for them. But
very much so.
Much like Watford are doing a good account of themselves in the Premier League, and this is what Widnes are trying to emulate themselves in ice hockey.
Very much so. I mean, the atmosphere tonight here at Planet Ice Widnes has been superb. Packed out, sold out crowd. We've got the voices of the Widnes Wild ones and also the Road Warriors, as I'm christening them.
Yeah, it's a good one, that. I don't think we've used that one before, so that's original. I like it.
And yeah, the Warriors, we know, don't travel small, squad or fan base.
No, and they're very vocal as well. They know they're in the house. And you've got to say, it's probably maybe a third of that stand is Whitley fans, possibly just over. But obviously most of the fans are on that one side, that one stand. There's a few standing around the perimeter of the plexi as well. But a decent road following. I know that a lot of fans made the trip just simply because, well, it's a new rink, but also it's been so long since I've seen a game of hockey and seen the Warriors on the ice. So it's
well, of course, they've not been in the Laidler for goodness knows how long, so they wouldn't have experienced the playoffs here unless they came as a neutral.
That's right, yeah. The only time Whitley have ever played a game here, which looking back, I believe it was 2015. It was Simon Leach's last game as coach of the Warriors before David Longstaff took over that summer and started a revolution really with the side that he built. But it was a promotion relegation playoff. Whitley came out on top on that occasion and retained their place in the top flight. But of course, Widnes has spent the next 2 or 3 seasons sort of finishing in that runners-up spot and having to go through that playoff process. And it's just great to finally see them here. Really, I think we've all been waiting to see the Wild give the Moralee a shot, and
well, the Wild story's certainly been a bit of a fairy tale to say.
Yeah.
Obviously under the captaincy of Oliver Barron up to a point, and then the Wild, one of those lucky teams that got time on the ice during the COVID break, and they played in that streaming series. Obviously it was covered here and Drop the Puck, and as action gets back underway, and that's straight out of play aimed at us. It's all right, boys, I'll come down and pick the puck off the ice later.
Yeah, Matty MacDonald nearly trying to clean us out there, but we're perched precariously on top of the gantry here, aren't we?
Very much so. Great view though over
Perfect
the ice.
View. Perfect view, yeah.
Obviously for the Moralee guys that haven't been to Planet Ice Widnes, it is a small pad, which means it is more intense, it's faster paced, it's more impactful, and where the stands are situated, fans are pretty much on top of the ice as well.
That's right, yeah. It's as you said, Ben, it's a great view from up here, and I'm loving it first visit here to Widnes.
Hopefully many more to come as
so.
We turn that back around immediately. The Wild go on the attack. 7:30 remain on the clock. Robinson looking to find Beach, skating in, not there. It's kept alive by Volkanovs into the other corner for Beacho. Beach finds Robinson behind the Whitley net now, and they start the cycle at the puck. Widnes. Well, it would look like a little deflection attempt there between Volkanovs and Robinson. Little coming together there between Robinson, and there's words being exchanged. You can see James Robinson, big smile on his face.
Yeah, he's been there and done it all before, I'm sure. And Callum Watson was in there for the Warriors. He certainly loves to drop the gloves given the opportunity. He'll just be asking him what he's doing after the game, I'd imagine.
Very much so. 1 minute 9 left on this power play, though. Still the Wild on the advantage. The hooking call served to Greetons prior to the break of play. And Wild skating in, Stubley takes his time, backdoor, and that was an absolute sitter for Beach, who gets sat down on the ice for his attempt.
Should have been
it should have been. They managed to clear it down. It's going to be Walker and Hager who take control of that. 46 seconds now left, and what an attempt, Kieran Beach.
It really was, yeah. Open goal, really, as Volkanov comes towards the net.
Volkanov's through, goes backhand. Well, legs are stretched there. Off the leg pad was Turnbull, who's denied Vlad Volkanov's again, as we're into 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage. High pressure from Holland on Hager. Forces Hager to hold up as he gets support now. Edgar's up there as well. Looking to gain the zone is Charnock. Charnock does so. He's got Beach in support. Decides to go alone. Takes 2 men with him. Holland straight in, intercepts it. Charnock. Well, 5 seconds remain on the man advantage. 3, 2, 1. Trapdoor opens. Greetons returns. We're back to 5-on-5. And what is another wasted power play for the Wild?
It was. That was a big opportunity for them. They almost got that goal there with the open net, but like you say, big opportunity missed.
Hajek scoops up the loose puck, centre ice, decides to dump and chase it in on Chalmers. Chalmers uses his experience, though, to see out the puck into the corner where it's intercepted by Charnock. Charnock for the Wild, scrapes out with his skate, turns back in, has got Hajek looking for support in the middle with Wyatt. Put it there, Joe Wyatt, formerly the Altrincham Aces. Out in front once more, and well, it's number 12 there, Dylan Hare, who just sees off Hajek out the paint and out of that danger zone.
Yeah, so again, impressive debut for Dylan Hare, playing for Warriors, was with Billingham, of course, previously, but like his father, followed in his father's footsteps, who made that divide between Billingham and Whitley, and he's looked outstanding there this evening for me. And Matty MacDonald, another youngster making his Warriors debut, who also looks at home and at this level.
So an icing call takes us back up to the Wild zone. Face-off won by Whitley, put into the corner by Harley, intercepted though by Wilcox, turned around, and little coming together between number 15 Wetherell and Charnock. But it's Whitley who come out in possession once more. Wind up with a shot in from the point from Harry Harley. No doubt one of his signature shots there, as he got all of that right into the glove of Walker.
Yeah, he had the time to wind that one up, got a lot of power in the shot. Noel Ryder on the doorstep as well, just in case Harrison Walker did cough up a rebound, but he held onto it strong, got his full body behind it. And that is just over 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of the talking points there is the netminder. We've seen a couple of spills early on from Walker, but he's certainly tightened up as the game's gone on, and not really seen much loose change on the floor.
No, you're quite right. I think maybe a bit frustrated that a couple of the goals had come from that sort of style, and I think he's probably had a word with the coach, and they've and as well, of course, he's probably settled down, and any nerves he's shook off, but he's grown into the game, Harrison. He's done well.
Greaton takes a shot and sends it high over the bar. 4:35 remaining in this game now. The Wild desperately trying to close that deficit and give a good account of themselves for the season to come.
I think they have so far, Ben. I think they've, there's a lot of positives to be taken from this, and with a bit more luck, they might have got a couple more goals as well. It would have been a closer scoreline.
Fairlong is going to pick that just outside his blue line, puts it on net with no real venom. Calmly taken there by Turnbull, who just slams the brakes on Chalmers and turns Kieran Beach the other way. And here come again Whitley, but they've turned it over to Volkanovs. Volkanovs to Hager. Hager to Beach. Beach winds up, takes the shot, and well, it's come off the blocker there of... Oh, it's out front, and he's got it, Volkanovs! It came off the blocker of Turnbull, fell down into the paint. As you can see in the replay there, a couple of fans and on the shot there, trying to clear it in the leg pads of Turnbull. It's come out to that man, Vlad Volkanovs, and he buries one home. It might be late in the day, but Widnes see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. It's now Widnes Wild 4, Whitley Warriors 7.
And on the balance of play, I think they probably deserve that goal. I think Mark Turnbull will be a bit disappointed. He just seemed to get stuck on his back a bit like a tortoise on its shell, just struggling to get his skates back up. But couldn't control the puck, and it sat loose, and he was on hand to put the puck in.
Well, there's just over 3.5 minutes remaining. 3 goals, it's a big ask, as immediately Whitley come back on the attack. McDonald holds it at the point, puts it back in, it's picked up by Robinson, who's cleared the zone. McDonald, though, rodeos that one right in. Turns it out, and as he's wrangled that one in, he's turned it over to Charnock, though. Charnock trying to find space, and Whitley shutting all those pass lanes down as Watson's becoming a bit of a nuisance once more for the Wild.
Yeah, absolutely. His experience, he's been with the Warriors a number of years now. He's one of the more veteran players, but he's certainly a pest.
Wood calmly takes that in, looks for the wraparound, out in front again. It's going to be number 15 there, and that's Wetherell.
Yep.
Well, he was stabbing away at the pickle, but it's frozen out under the pads there of Walker, and well, with 3:05, this game is not gone.
It's not. A little bit of desperation there, I think, from the Warriors. They seem like they really want to get that goal just to put it to bed and stretch the lead to 4 goals again, because maybe they're not quite confident that they can see this one out, and Widnes have got the skill and quality to get another goal back here.
Well, tied up off the face-off there was Hagger and Wetherell, and Hagger claimed he was holding the stick, but he managed to get a shot off either way. The puck's gone all the way down to the other end behind the Whitley net now. Beach gets the body on from Johnson for the troubles, and it's tied up on the boards as Volkanov's in there, and well, Volkanov starts to be getting a little feisty there with Wetherell.
Yeah, stoppage in play, so we'll get a face-off in the Warriors zone. But yeah, like you said, Ben, game's not over yet. Widnes now have a face-off high up in the Warriors end of the ice, so that's exactly what they want, but Warriors win it.
And another change of line there as we see Volkanovs, Hagger and Beach again. I think it's one of the many rotations we've seen tonight.
It is, and these 3 seem to be the sort of danger men for the Wild.
As into the corners, Connor Lewis fighting away, Ross is in there as well, Hagger and Beach trying to chip it away, and it's come out with Beach. Beach looking to put it out in front, and well, Chalmers with the experience just knows to hang that trail leg. Stops that pass attempt coming in. Volkanovs now. It's picked up there by Jackson. Jackson looking for the back. Oh, and if Hagger had backhanded that over the leg of Turnbull, it's gone in. Beach comes in with the attempt.
Queuing up to put that one home, weren't they? Widnes again, missed opportunity, and Whitley are hanging on here.
And we're going to get an icing call there with 1:58 remaining in this game. Widnes throwing everything at it now.
They really are, as you said, icing, so we face off back in the Warriors zone, but it's going to be tough for them, who I'm sure would have liked to have made the line change, get some fresh legs out there, but Widnes are really turning the screw here, and another quick goal, you never know.
Very much so, it could go that way as a face-off is won by the Wild, but forced out Fairlong. Couldn't get it past Dean Holland. Holland, mass wealth of experience, knows exactly how to play the game, and this is the sort of shoulders you want the game to fall on.
Absolutely, he's definitely the man for the occasion. Big game player.
Wyatt just put a big hit in there on Lewis off camera, but well, Finlayson tried to put it across. Finlayson and Kemp now, and there could still be something late, but here we go up the ice again with Fairlong. Fairlong uses it around the boards, tries to find Wyatt, but it's come straight out the zone into Finlayson. He feeds Lewis. Lewis, well, it's intercepted there by Hagger. Hagger keeps the play alive for the Wild. And it's 6s and 7s once more, but they've managed to clear it out here. And Kemp, an absolute brick wall, just stops that puck dead. Greetons, you can see there Finlayson was winding up.
Yeah.
As we're into the final minute now of the opening game for the Widnes Wild in the Moralee. And Whitley comfortably in the driving seat now. As backdoor. Well, it was a great attempt there, but, well, Dylan Hare, I think he knew what he was trying to do, so did Walker. He had the great read of him.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to outwit him there, see if he was going to go early, but he didn't. He stood him up, and I think in the end he just sort of ran out of real estate and couldn't really get the shot away. But the fact Dylan Hare's up that end of the ice with less than a minute to go just shows you Warriors' intent now. They've rode a bit of a storm there against the Wild, and now they're going to try and keep the puck up there for the remaining.
And you can tell it's a pride game now for the Wild with Volkanovs. Volkanovs takes it backhand. Well, it's come off the leg pad of Turnbull, whose head's on a swivel. Can't find it anyway. It was Volkanovs and Beach up that end of the ice. Hagger's going to be there to pick up that loose puck. Can he keep it alive? He does. Decides to put it through traffic onto a Whitley stick. And that's going to Well, you see the game out with Harley, if I'm quite honest. He was just going to bring it down and dump it into the corner. 20 seconds left, and I can assume that's all Whitley are going to want to do now is pass that puck around.
Yeah.
But it's come out to Volkanovs. Volkanovs to Hager. Hager tries to find Beach, who couldn't reel that in. Turnbull calmly turns it away. Harley once more. We're into the final, single digits now. And this is pretty much going to be a game as there's a break in play and an icing with 2.3 seconds left.
I think it's safe to say Whitley have won this one, but
well, it's up, but the Whitley end. Could there be a single goal to bring that deficit to 2?
Yeah, and either way though, Wild have won this period. And like what I was saying before, it's about looking at the little victories here and the little wins and gains that they've made.
And you can see they're certainly overstacked on this face-off.
Yeah.
As Volkanovs gets it, puts it in, and it's all over. The Whitley fans applaud their well-deserved win for the team today. The Widnes Wild fans, though, can hold their heads high, as the Wild certainly gave a great account of themselves on what was going to be one hell of a season, if you ask me.
I absolutely agree. I think for Whitley, it was kind of coming into the unknown this evening. They've never played this Wild team before. They knew that the Wild played last night, so they might be a little bit fresher. You know, I think for Whitley the important thing was to make sure they come away with the points, which is what they've done. But knowing David Longstaff like I do, I don't think he'll be entirely happy in terms of giving up the goals he has. I think he's a perfectionist. He expects and demands high quality from the Warriors. Look, first game back, but I know I can see him looking there, talking with Paul Matthews, making notes, and he'll be having them out on the on practice this week and ironing out some of the things he wasn't happy with.
Well, we'll get the views of the players and the coaches as we head down for the interviews, and you can catch them right after this break.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
I'm joined by Whitley Warriors' Sean Kipping. Sean, great performance there. What's it feel like to be back on the ice playing hockey?
Brilliant, yeah, it was good to be back in front of a full crowd as well. We've really missed that, and yeah, it was really good to be back on the ice. Like.
And obviously tonight's game against the Widnes Wild, new boys to the Moralee. Do you think they give a fair account of themselves of what's to come?
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting them to be a good, fast, physical team. Obviously, it's a small rink and lots of fans in the building, and they started off really well. We capitalised on the power play with a few goals on the power play, and then obviously just gently sort of drifted away from there.
And looking into the game plan today, what was it that Coach Longstaff had down for you guys? Was it shut them down early, or was it capitalise on mistakes?
Yeah, we knew they were going to come out fast. They've obviously had a few warm-up games. We watched the game last week, and we know that you're always going to work hard, and it's a tough building to come into. So it was just, get at them straight away, because they're going to come at us straight away.
Now a couple of new boys in the squad tonight. Adam Wood, one of them.
Yeah.
Certainly made a nuisance of themselves, and a couple of the young lads as well, McDonald, and in there. How, what's the feeling in the dressing room with the new influx of the faces, and obviously that championship mentality that you've carried over?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got quite a few new faces. You mentioned the young ones there. I think we obviously have to mention Connor Lewis, really young lad who got his first goal tonight, and I think that was probably the best goal out of a lot of them. Yeah,
massively. But as we said there, and we mentioned it in the commentary tonight, previous champions of the Moralee, that's not something you're going to give up easily.
No, absolutely. We've come to win it back again this year. We know it's going to be really tough. We're a bit rusty again there tonight, and we've got two big games next weekend against Solway and Billingham, and then Solihull the week after, so the fixtures are coming in thick and fast.
And you mentioned the calibre of the teams you're going to be playing there as well. Is there one in particular that stands out for you? Maybe, the North East Derby?
I'd probably Solway and Solihull. Really, really good teams on paper. But the beauty of this league is anyone could beat anybody. It was only a three-game goal tonight. So 3-goal game tonight. So I think that's the beauty of our league. Anyone could beat anyone.
Well, Sean, it's been a pleasure having you, and hopefully we'll catch you again soon.
Thanks very much. Good to be back. Thank you. Cheers.
I'm here with Widnes Wild captain Tom Jackson. Tom, an impressive performance and a great account of yourselves here as the opening game of what is the new season in the Moralee League.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good experience to play against such a good team. I think Whitley are going to walk away with this league and win the league. So it was good for us to come and put up such a good performance against them. I feel like everyone kind of eventually dug in and showed a lot of heart to come back in that third period and won that third period 1-0. So it was good to see that from the boys, but we just need to sort out our little mistakes that we make early on and stuff like that, and iron them sort of things out first in training.
Well, it's a massive positive. That's how you're looking at it. We certainly on the commentary we called it that way. We called it so that obviously Wild came back into the game and did walk away with that third period, and that's something to hold your head up higher at. But let's go back to the beginning of the game. Wonder goal from Kieran Fairlawn on the far side. I don't think anyone could have called that.
No, definitely not. Kind of getting on him about that. We don't know if it was he meant to do it or not, but it was good to see. It's his first goal, so it's good for him. He's a young kid, and it's good to see him performing the way he is. He's just like I was at that age. He just needs a little bit of guidance and stuff like that, and which he's getting from the experienced players in the team. So it's good to see him putting up a decent performance as he has been for the past since we started pretty much.
Now you talk about that experience there. There's been an influx of obviously ex-Hull players from both teams, the Pirates and the Jets. Rich Hagger is taking the coach at the moment. Is it fair to say now everyone's starting to buy into Rich's methods and what he's put forward?
Yeah, I think everyone started buying into when we were doing the series and stuff. Sorry, ground. I think everyone just started buying in when we were doing the series and stuff, and that was good to see. Unfortunately, obviously, I had my injury and stuff like that, which was horrible for me, but it was even worse to then sit on the sides and then. But it's good to see everyone now buying in when we actually got a proper season to go at. We've had a few injuries. Bez Hughes behind the camera currently with one arm in a sling, so that doesn't help. We've had a few people away this week, which hasn't helped us at all in the games that we've been playing. We've been a bit short bench, but hopefully when we get to full strength, we'll probably be able to go at some of these teams and just give a statement for ourselves, because I personally think we are good enough to compete in this league. Otherwise we won't be here. So.
Well, you mentioned it there already at a downfall, playing short-handed, and now you put up a performance like that. That's only speaking volumes for what's to come.
Yeah.
Some tough games ahead, though.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait. It's going to be good to see go to Solway again and stuff, and play against teams like that. It's just it'll be an experience for the majority of the team to go and play at that higher level. People that haven't played at that level, but. It's just good to compete. It's nice to have fans back in the building. It's nice to be here.
I was about to say, touching on that, my final question. Full house tonight. I haven't seen it that packed since the playoffs. What was it like on the ice to feel that?
It was great. It was nice to see. Even though we were down in the first period, we still had the fans behind us and stuff like that. And it's great to have them back in the building. It makes such a big difference in games where we are losing. It's that momentum change, and it gives us a bit of a boost. So. Yeah, it's good.
Well, Tom, obviously we're covering you for the rest of the season, so we'll speak to you again soon, but good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, Ben. An 11-goal fest. Our first home game for the Widnes Wild. Our second here on Drop the Puck. And 2 great games so far.
Well, like I said in the commentary with Adam there, and a massive thank you to Adam Mattman for joining us on the commentary. But what a game, and if that is the standard of hockey we're going to be getting all season, and that's how the Widnes Wild are going to play, sign me up. I want to be here every week watching this.
Well, we said it was going to be a baptism of fire for them, stepping up this level. Of course, and you pointed out during the commentary with Adam, that you got some players there, the likes of Watt, who come to Altrincham Aces, and we were there when he first...
Wyatt and Volkanovs, obviously, came.
Yeah, Wyatt, sorry. Those players came to Altrincham as fresh new players, and look at them now, a season or two on, and they're playing at the Moralee level, playing against teams like Whitley Warriors, and they're going to take so much from that. But Rich Hagger has got to be... Just two sides of the coin, really. He's got to be disappointed that they didn't get a win, but I mean, he's got to be realistic and think, you just faced the champions, and you give a good account of yourselves.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you've made it a 3-goal game. When at one point, I believe, what was it, 5-1, 6-1?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it showed that Wild have got heart, they've got fight. They don't roll over and lie down and take it. But it also showed them tonight that they know where things work and what lines roll well together. I mean, we saw it mix up a few times tonight. That Beach-Hagger duo, it's the third man that rotates in. So it's either, it can be Charnock, or it can be Volkanovs, or it can be Robinson. Whatever they need at that time, each brings something different to it. At the same time, though, those second and third lines, it showed that the Wild had depth. But like you say, and as we said in the commentary, put it in another aspect similar to football, it's the newly promoted boys against the reigning champions, Watford versus Liverpool. You need to go out with a damage limitation in mind, an expectation of, if we win it, it's great. A draw would be likely. Otherwise, if we're going to go down in defeat, don't go down in flames.
Well, I think, I know I certainly been saying it all the way through off camera, that the one vital thing that Widnes have got to get used to doing is keeping hold of the puck and stopping the opposition from doing anything with it, because clearly at this level, they get the opportunity, they make it pay.
Loose pucks are given away straight away. You might as well write that now. And the quicker their mentality gets into the Widnes players of that, I think they'll find the play moves more smoothly. Saying that, though, very few penalties tonight. The game was a quick-flowing game. Again, we've said it before here on Drop the Puck. A small pad as well here at Widnes means a faster, speedier game as well. It got physical at one point and then kind of died off, I think. I don't know how that, whether Whitley calmed it down by putting the other goal in, or Widnes realised that they were matched pound for pound with that.
Yeah, it wasn't physical, but it was definitely high-paced, and that didn't seem to let off at all the way. It was constantly going, and obviously that's something some of these Wild players are going to have to get used to as well, but not taking anything away from them. A couple of chances there, sitters that they should have put away normally, and we could be talking a different score.
Certainly, there was, I think the prominent one that stands out in my mind, albeit the game was pretty much dead and gone, but was that backdoor opportunity by not Kieran, wrong team, by Kieran Beach. And it was literally, any other time, you'd have guaranteed that in the back of the onion sack, you know what I mean? It was one of them, but just the way it fell today, and the pressure and the memento. Great to see Vlad's finally got on the board. We know he popped his cherry last night at Blackburn. But either way, I think that's another thing that Widnes have got to take into contention as well. We've got these league games, but in the background, you've also got the cup games as well. Yeah,
and Vlad's has proven himself. He was a threat there tonight, and Whitley had to seriously think about him. But he's not the only player on that team, and I just think some of them just need to come out of the shell a bit more and be confident on what they're doing, listen to what the coaches are saying, and just work as a team rather than as a bunch of individuals. Otherwise, it's not going to work, is it?
No, very much so. I mean, we saw the inclusion of Charnock a lot tonight as well. Liam Charnock, a very dominant player, and the first thing he'd do, he'd get the puck and he'd drive it forward into the opposite zone. If he can carry on doing that, but then have the support there to back him up.
You've got to take it to them, haven't you?
Exactly, that's it. But, like we've said, great account from themselves from Widnes, and roll on the rest of the season.
Well, yeah, it doesn't end there, because this is only, like we say, it's the first league game for Widnes Wild, and we've got another 15 or 16 more of these to come.
Yes.
It's a lot more action. We're going to be right here on Drop the Puck. You can follow us on our Instagram, on our Facebook, on Twitter, and of course on our YouTube channel, which you're obviously watching us on now, and you can get us on our webpage as well. Don't forget our new Facebook Drop the Puck shop is open.
Yep, get all your Drop the Puck merchandise, your hoodies, caps, beanies. So that's all available through Facebook.
So it's been a great day here at Widnes, even though they were on the wrong end of the results. Exciting
it's
hockey.
Still a good result for them.
Yeah, exciting hockey. Thanks to Adam Matman and Warriors Radio there. That's been great having them along as well. We'll see them in the future. It's Been an eventful day to say the least. I've been Gary Lee.
I've been Ben Lee.
And we've been Drop the Puck.